And there came a day unlike any other, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars Comics Daily from Scorcher Hill, hosted by Brian Keown and Matt Wood. From Scorcher Hill, this is Star Wars Comics Daily. I'm Matt Wood.
And I'm Brian Keown.
Welcome to episode, 104? Yeah, 104 of Star Wars Comics Daily, Star Wars Legacy number 25. Star Wars Legacy number 25 was released June 18th, 2008. Sorry.
Story is by John Ostrander and Jan Duursema. The script is by John Ostrander. Penciler is Jan Duursema. Inker is Dan Parsons. Colorist is Brad Anderson. Letterer is Michael Heisler. And the cover is by Jan Duursema and Brad Anderson.
Sorry. Okay. Well, Brian.
Yeah.
We're going to the hidden Jedi temple.
I'm excited.
Yeah, where we're going to meet more characters.
It's true.
This is very much a Star Wars Legacy thing. Of every issue, you know what this needs? More characters. More characters. We can't spend time with the characters that we have. We got to go into meeting. Here's 10 more Jedis. But all right, let me tell you what happens in Star Wars Legacy number 25. Nat and the Minot crew and Aslan Ray are flying to the hidden Jedi temple on Tavius. Ray, which I shouldn't call her that because
right, Ray's in this comic book. What?
Yeah, sorry. Aslan Ray throws a homing beacon out with the ship's garbage, allowing the Imperial Jedi to follow them. When they arrive, they are greeted by the very much alive Wolf Sazin and Shadow Val. They also find that the Imperial Jedi are there, and they begin to lightsaber fight immediately. Cade has had enough and force pushes Ganner Craig and Draco. Cade immediately figures out that it was Aslan who gave them up. She says that it isn't for money, it was for duty. Turns out she is an Imperial Jedi too. There is tension, but it is decided for now to trust the Imperial Jedi and Ronan Fell's intentions. Shadow tells Cade about how the Jedi Temple on Ossus was destroyed and how Kuruk got them out alive, but was injured in the process. Cade is brought to meet with the head Jedi, which consists of Kuruk, a Neti named Tra-Saw, and a Chandrafan named Tilkia. Master Saw says that they believe the Force has brought the Imperial Jedi there. Marasiah says that Ronan Fell is not their enemy, but their ally. Cade suggests that the best course of action is to assassinate Darth Krayt, and naturally the Elder Jedi are not into this. Meanwhile, Blue is bored, so she finds a young Jedi who is willing to show her his speeder. Sin is also...
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it starts hinting at like that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Sin is also bored, but he forgives Aslan and hints about his consistent hatred of the Jedi. Aslan is excited to be reunited with a Cathar Jedi named Razi Toom, whom she thought had died on Coruscant. Sin sneaks away when he sees the Cathar. A young Jedi, a young female Jedi follows him as he sneaks away and starts talking to himself. He hits her and knocks her out. The head Jedi question Cade's suggestions about assassination. When Cade tells them about Krayt being Ashrad Het, they are even more discouraged. They say that they will consider the situation and dismiss the gathering. They will consider the situation and they then dismiss the gathering. Shadow and Wolf are thrown off by Cade's behavior and become suspicious of him. The Imperial Jedi think that Cade's plan doesn't sound that bad and begin to think of ways to bring him into their order. Sin puts out a picture of his daddy and grabs a gun. He says he has found the Jedi that killed Papa Sin and he's gonna shoot him.
Yep.
Sin is the worst.
He's pretty horrible.
Like, he's... Also, has this been even hinted at?
No,
I know he's hated the Jedi.
Yeah, we've known that he hates Jedi, but we don't know the reason.
Well, not only does he hate Jedi, he hates Jedis that look like the Cowardly Lion.
Well, I assume this is specifically the Jedi that killed his father.
I think so, yeah.
That's definitely the impression I get from the story. I mean, he might just be racist and it might just one lion guy looks like another lion guy, but
Right.
I assume it's the same one. I think he says flat out that I've found the Jedi who killed you or whatever. Yeah, he literally says, I found the Jedi who killed you.
He pulls out that picture. Oh,
Yeah.
I skipped too far here. Yeah. Which also, it's weird to see like a physical piece of paper with a picture on it.
Yeah.
Just because, it's...
Right, it should be a little hollow or something, but who knows? They're poor.
Yeah.
But he's going to get him alone for a moment, and then boom.
Right, yeah.
Boom's the last word of the comic.
He has like this like consistent thing that has not stuck with me, where he like says like, I like Boom, or something. Because remember he did that with Mama Scott, Cade's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, man. It's easier than saying I'm going to kill you. I'm just going to boom you or something.
Yeah. I just don't like it. Also, who's this? He hits this like Jedi lady.
Yes, he whacks her in the face. Like, where did she come from?
Right. I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't blame. I feel bad that she got hit, but she shouldn't sneak up on someone that she can't possibly know.
Well, they were all assigned Jedi to keep an eye on him, so I guess this is the one that was assigned to watch him.
Okay.
Because you see her when the panel where Delia and her Jedi dude are flying around, you see that girl behind Sin, so I'm assuming she's there to watch him.
Okay.
Because she's there when Aslan runs into the lion guy. Runs into Lion now.
Well, it also doesn't help that her name is Aslan, and if you know anything about that old Narnia book, then Aslan's the name of the lion in that one.
Well, that's pretty funny. I hadn't thought about it. I hadn't put that together, but yeah. It's just Aslan Ray, so either name you use, it's confusing.
Yeah. And Aslan was voiced by Liam Neeson in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
What? And he's Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn, man. I think that's true. That sounds right.
That sounds right, but I don't know. I haven't watched those movies in forever.
I know. I think I only saw it like the one time, like when it first came out, because everybody was like, "This could be just as big as Lord of the Ring movies," and then it's like, nah, they're not.
It was okay, but
it was fine. Okay. But yeah,
I mean, I've seen all 3 of them.
See that
I think they made 3 of them.
They made 3, yes. They're trying to make a 4th one.
Because I remember I was listening to some podcast where they're talking to guys who wrote to the McSweeney and whatever the other guy that wrote Winter Soldier. They wrote that movie and it was like, oh, our careers are over. They wrote the 3rd one.
Oh,
it bombed pretty bad, and then they got onto Marvel.
Well, the thing is, like, it was years between like sequel. Oh wow, it really wasn't. I thought it was like.
I don't think it was.
I thought.
I mean, the kids grew quite a bit. So, but I mean, they're kids.
The first one is. What are we even?
What are we doing?
What are we even talking about? But no, I'm too curious now. Okay, so if you had to guess when the last one came out, what year?
I don't know. When did the first one come out?
2005.
All right, so I don't know, like 2009 or something.
2010.
Okay.
All right. So, are you sitting down?
I am sitting down.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, because this gets weird. Okay, so first thing I need to tell you is Disney puts out the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
20th Century Fox, not owned by Disney at this point, it's 10 years ago. Oh, by the way, it came out in 2010. Puts out the 3rd one.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah, that's already like the first kind of like,
yeah, that's not good.
That's strange. I thought that 3rd one came out like not that long ago. But apparently it came out 10 years ago, and they're still talking about like
making another
the Silver Chair is coming out, man.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, and The Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Mm-hmm.
And the Silver Chair. is the one that's the people are like, oh yeah, that's coming out, man. That's coming out. It's gonna be good.
Sure.
I remember reading it as a kid and really liking The Horse and Its Boy. But that's all I got.
For some reason, I don't think I ever really read those books when I was a kid. I don't know why.
Shame on you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to look up Aslan and who played it. Maybe it wasn't. It was. It was Liam Neeson. Voice of Aslan.
At least the first one, right?
Yeah, the great lion who was responsible for creating Narnia. Looking at the rest of the actors, I don't think anyone else appeared in a Star Wars. Tilda Swinton's in them, and let me tell you, she'd be good in a Star Wars. Yeah,
and so is Professor X guy.
Yeah, James McAvoy. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for Narnia. The Chronicles of the Narnia Minute.
April Fools. Yeah. Did Narnia.
Not yet, Brian. Yeah. Not yet.
I know this April Fools is a while away. We've already done that April Fools. It was tweaky great.
Yeah, exactly.
Or beat it.
Yeah. Tweaky is his name. Yeah,
that's right. Beat it is the name. Is the sound he makes.
Exactly. Okay, so a few things that just because now we're having to speed through this because we wasted 18 minutes talking about Narnia. When they descend upon the planet, I've already forgotten its name. It's like Tavias. Yeah, Tavias. And it's in the Zara system, Brian.
Sure, of course.
Yeah. Also, it's a Finnish word. It means sky or heaven. That's okay. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Not used in outside of this like story arc. So
sure.
So I thought that ships dump their trash before they jump into hype when they jump to light speed.
Well, we're getting back into that. Well, they said it once, so that's canon kind of point. Where I mean, yeah, they do. That was what happened in Empire, but I mean, it doesn't mean. And we don't know if this was an authorized trash jump anyway. She might have just dumped it and hid that thing in with the trash. I don't know.
Well, oh well. I like how she has that Band-Aid on her nose like Kitty Pryde.
Mm-hmm.
Kitty Pryde stole that look from Aslan Ray.
Sure.
From Liam Neeson and Daisy Ridley.
Well, actually, Hawkeye did because Kitty Pryde stole it from Hawkeye.
That's right. You're right. I do like this double-page spread.
I do too.
It's cool, but...
And I don't think... I didn't realize, I think the first time I read it again today, that the whole temple is made out of ships. Like, that's a Star Destroyer.
Yeah, it's like a Mon Cala ship, a Star Destroyer.
But they're just standing up like buildings.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I assume that's what they... I mean, Star Destroyers are pretty huge, so that's a pretty big building, but, whatever.
Yeah.
If you can get them to stand up like that, I guess it's cool.
Do they say that?
No, I just, like I said, I was looking, I was like, that's a Star Destroyer, and then I was like, oh, well, that still is that. So I was like, oh, yeah, all these are ships.
Huh. Yeah, I'd kind of like that explained a little bit, but I don't see anywhere there where it's
I mean, it seems weird that they would, because they're not as if they landed. They're like, like you put your toy on the jets or whatever, so it's going vertical instead of horizontal. So it's like, I don't know how they actually got them down there like that.
Yeah. All right. The Hidden Temple was constructed out of several different antique ships turned upright in a pool of water and connected by bridges. The ships utilized in its construction include multiple CR-90 corvettes, an Imperial Immobilizer 418 cruiser, and at least one Nebulan B escort freighter, and a bunch of other ships, man. This is a whole bunch.
Yeah, like maybe the smaller things we're seeing down at the bottom are the smaller ships.
Yeah, like a Tantive 4.
Yeah.
Whatever, but cool. It's that's cool. And I like the. I mean, that cave has to be huge.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, if you can fit a Star Destroyer on its side, and then it's still taller than that. So yeah.
This must be where every Jedi is. This has to be like the last place where we hide out if Shadow and Wolf are showing up.
And if there's room for hundreds of thousands of people in that area, I would imagine, if there's that many ships. Because just those 4 ships we can see are going to hold thousands of people.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. You have to imagine that this has a ton of Jedi just hanging out here.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, because there's room for everybody doesn't mean it's filled up.
I always have to remind myself that Cade's kind of new to being back in the Jedi's like good graces, because part of me is like, poor Cade never knew about it, but clearly every other Jedi in the world did. But yeah, okay.
Well, and then they say later they say that they don't even have enough forces to fight the Sith, so I don't think the city's full. I think there's probably a fair amount, but I don't think there's thousands of Jedis there.
Yeah. The Imperial Jedi just don't seem to be good at their job.
They get there super quick though, dude, because as soon as the Minot lands, they've already landed too. It's like, how did you not see them fly by?
Right. They have to be really bad at their job. Maybe it just took a long time for... my mom used to do this whenever she'd pick me up from school, and like she would always like stop the car at the mailbox, because like the mailbox was like connected to the house. It was like on the road, like in front of her house.
Yeah.
And she would just sit in the driveway and just like read the mail while she's in the car. And like
I was thinking
that always drove me crazy. So I have to imagine that the Minot crew is like that.
Or are they just sitting there arguing about who's going to go out first or something?
Yeah, exactly. So like they've been parked for like 2 hours.
All right.
Look at that bat. What do you? I don't know what that guy is, but that thing's hideous.
Yeah. I was looking for a baseball bat. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
No.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a sentient species, so maybe it is. Yes, it is. It has to be. Right? Sentient just means alive, or does it mean?
I thought it meant it had like higher functions or whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, it's not.
Yeah, I'd assume it's just an animal, but
yeah. Well, in that case, I don't know if it gets a listing on Wikipedia. Creatures. Okay, here we go. Creatures. Is it a Gort? Nope. No, all the creatures are listed as mentioned only. And the other one is just bird.
All right. I mean, I guess it's just a weird looking bird.
I guess.
I mean, like I said, it looks more like a bat, but it's got blue on it and stuff.
It's got like fish tails too, so who knows what's going on.
Right.
All right. But Cade just force pushes them to the side. And I do like that we don't draw out the mystery of like, oh, who turned him in, who sold him out. It's like Cade's like, there's Aslan.
Right, I trust everybody else on the ship except her. Why did we bring her anyway?
Yeah, exactly. It had to have obviously been her.
Yeah.
She's an Imperial Knight. Yeah, this Mara Saya thing, I'm still not over it. Because, like, I just felt like she was, in the earlier story, she's kind of just like a lost babe in the woods kind of thing. Like, she was like the damsel in distress. It's kind of like setting up like she's curious about the Jedi. I don't know. Like she seems to be not only the most competent person, but she's like a full-on Jedi, and I never got that impression.
They definitely might have moved her character around, like because she felt like she was going to be the romantic, at least like maybe a triangle with Delia or whatever. But yeah, and then we come back to her. She's I'm a trained Jedi now. So
right, and she's all tough, and she's got that streak, and she's like rogue, and
Yeah, they probably just adjusted her character as the story went along.
But I don't know. It seems like a pretty long jump without any explanation.
Well, I mean, who knows what happened when she was training? Maybe horrible stuff happened, or maybe she's just like maybe getting kidnapped by Cade, or kidnapped in quotation marks, whatever is that was the thing that changed her.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's gonna be explained.
Yeah, probably not. We got too many characters to go back and explain the old ones.
But you would have assumed from the beginning of that story that she would have been a important character, but I don't know how important she is now.
Yeah.
I guess those Uzon Vong that were in the old temple over on Ossus, I guess they're dead.
Yeah, because they mention what's her name, but she's not there with them.
Yeah. But she's not a Jedi, so... But then again, Sin and Blue aren't Jedis.
Right, right. And she did protect all their stuff for however many years, so...
Yeah.
Maybe she just stayed on Ossus, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or maybe they're just like, oh god, we don't even want to deal with the Yuzan Vong. Can we just leave her there?
Yeah. This
We
is
thought it was gonna. We thought it was something important, but by the time we got around to it, nobody cared anymore.
yeah. Poor Crook. He's got
Yeah,
to where is
yeah. I
Cass?
guess they've got no back to tanks on the Hidden Temple. I guess.
Sure. I guess not. Yeah.
He's got like robot cast around his arm and leg.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what species he is. He's a whiphid. That's what he is, a whiphid.
All right.
Yeah. And I think you see one in Jabba's palace.
Yeah, he looks kind of vaguely familiar.
Yeah. Then we have a Nettie, which is what's her name? Trasa
Yeah.
is. Netties are a species of shape-shifting sentient plants. Yeah, okay, now I'm interested.
Is she a Jedi tree?
What was that guy's name?
I don't remember. I didn't realize that. I wasn't even expecting her to be even sort of like him. I guess her hair does look like vines and stuff.
Yeah, she looks like a plant-based Pokemon. um, I'm looking at the notable Nettie, and none of them are that tree.
Okay.
that I can tell.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the tree's name was. I'll have to look at Dark Empire.
I don't remember. And he was humanoid at all. He was just a tree. So.
But he could have been humanoid. Like they could become trees later. So that's what I'm trying to. I want to be careful here. But the Chandra fan, which we see in the first Star Wars movie, it's good to see that there's a Jedi. One of those.
Sure.
Oh well. Why did the Jedi? What? Brian, I forget things in this comic.
Okay.
Can you remind me why exactly the normal Jedi don't like the Imperial Jedi or Rodenfell specifically?
Well, because it's the Empire. I mean, even here they talk about, because Marasai's like, well, Rowan Fell's always been a friend. He's like, well, yeah, where was he when they killed Osis in the first issue, and that stuff. So
yeah.
I think it's just they're the Empire.
So therefore bad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's like,
the Jedi elders are a little bit more intelligent though. They're like, oh hey, maybe we should hear them out.
Right. Yeah, because they're playing the enemy of my enemy is my friend or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
they're being Jedi, so that is to say, suckers.
And that's probably another part of it, I bet, because they're not real Jedi, so that's probably, they're kind of it feels like they're the secular type Jedi, like they use the powers and stuff, but they're not necessarily.
They don't buy into the lifestyle.
Yeah.
But they're certainly not Sith.
Exactly.
Okay. In that case, it's okay.
Right. They're definitely the lesser of two evils.
Yeah. We gotta assassinate Darth Krayt.
I guess. But like you said in the summary, the Jedi guys are like, no, that's not cool, man.
It's very much reminded me of Dark Disciple, the Jedi, the Star Wars book from the new canon about, oh my gosh.
Ventress.
Yeah, Asajj Ventress and Quinlan Vos.
Quinlan Vos, yeah. Quinlan Vos, a character created by John Ostrander and Jan Duursema, I believe.
Yeah. In that novel, if you remember, they basically assigned Quinlan Vos the job, like the Jedi Council, Mace Windu and Yoda say, hey, Quinlan Vos, you need to assassinate Count Dooku.
Right.
And it's one of the things that, for me, I'm like, yeah, okay, it's cool, it makes sense. Or no, it's cool as far as storytelling, device. Like we gotta make, we just gotta. Okay, the Jedi say, okay, that's what has to happen, but like it goes against the character of the Jedi in a way that I'm like, I don't see the Jedi ever saying assassination's dope. We gotta do that.
Yeah, but I think the point of that, and the point of the prequels a lot, is that the Jedi Council was kind of corrupt at that point. Yeah. So.
But Yoda's even like there saying that might have been a story point that Yoda's like thumbs down. I hate that.
Right. But yeah, the council overruled him or
Mace
something.
Windu, yeah, definitely seems
Yeah.
like the kind that's going to be like, why don't we just kill him?
Yeah, that's the problem when you get to be the government. Sometimes you got to do horrible stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
But these guys are not to that point yet, at least ideally.
I don't like how Blue is set up. We think she wants to take this Jedi boy and make out with him.
It definitely should. There
That's
definitely
what
is
they're
this-
going for.
Right. It definitely is sexual content to the bit where she's like, "Hey, let's just go ride your bike or whatever." But she definitely is flirting with him.
Yeah.
But I think again, it seems like a horrible kind of thing. But it feels like that's her race is supposed to be like that.
I mean, I guess we're gonna see. We haven't really come upon too many Zeltrons.
Because Nat says in the voiceover at the beginning, he says something about I wouldn't expect a Zeltron to ever be jealous, but she's jealous of this one girl, you know?
Right.
So I think they're supposed to be inherently sexy and flirty.
And everything.
Yeah, which is a crappy trait for a race, but you know.
Right. Exactly.
Whatever. The same way that, the Twi'leks are supposed to be
Dancers.
sexy dancers and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so. But yeah, she just wants to ride the motorcycle.
Right.
Okay. All right. Old Sin and Aslan are cool with each other until she meets up with, oh my gosh, it's Rossi Tomb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, King of the Forest himself.
Yeah.
I thought you had died. They mentioned what of your litter mates, the other Rossi tombs.
Mm-hmm.
So this has me confused because I'm okay with the introduction of new characters, but the Rossi tomb is not just Okay, here's where it gets complicated. We have Rossi tomb, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We also have on Rossi tomb, which is another one of the litter mates. And then there's also Zoe Rossi tomb. So is this a Mario situation?
Or like a George Foreman thing?
Right. Where, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, she says Rossi Tomb Master. It's not like your Master Rossi Tomb, like that's his last name. So yeah, I don't know. Because he definitely says the other Rossi tombs, and he's like, well, On died, but Zoe lives. So
yeah. But according to Wikipedia, On and Zoe's names are On Rossi tomb and Zoe Rossi tomb. And this Rossi tomb is just Rossi tomb.
I don't know. Maybe it's maybe in their culture that's, like his father was Tomb, and then his name is Rossi Tomb, and then his kids are called, and the name just builds. But it's awfully short name for something that would theoretically be building for generations.
Wow.
Who knows?
I bet
they're cats.
This guy dies.
Care.
This guy doesn't make it. He dies. There's no way he lives. I don't think we have a name of the lady that gets hit.
Yeah. The thing that bothers me about the Rossi Tomb thing is where it's like, oh, I thought you were dead because everybody died in us. It's like, nah, everybody lived. It's no big deal.
It's fine. It's not big. Yeah,
it's
like,
all good. It's like House of M. Oh, all the mutants died, but none of the ones you care about. Don't worry. Or they didn't die. They lost their powers. So that's a little annoying. Just know everybody lived. We just all came to this hidden temple and left you to be raised by Imperial Knights. Screw you, Aslan Ray.
I'm okay. You're gonna hate this, or I don't know. You might not care. Okay. This character is named May. This girl that gets hit by Sin, right?
Okay.
Only appearance.
Okay.
Okay. I thought
it's always one of those things. Like, where did you get that name then? Because they don't say it in this comic book, but whatever.
Yeah. They must say it at some point.
They might. At some point, they do say
this person wordy comic.
Because it's like, son, blah, blah, son is going to watch you, and blah, blah, blah. So they might have said her name, and I just pick up that was her name.
Right. You mean Tobias' son?
Yeah, Tobias' son, yeah. Because, that's the one that goes bike riding. But there's definitely a part where it's like, oh, here it is, yeah. Aslan Ray cooling her heels out there. Yes, Master May will attend her. So she was assigned to Aslan Ray.
Surely she doesn't get killed like surely this punch doesn't kill her, right?
I mean, he definitely knocks her out, but surely she's not dead. He just whacks her in the face.
Yeah, he whacks her out of this comic because that's it for her. That seems like a bit of a waste.
Yeah, very weird. Like,
not that I want any more characters. It's just,
yeah. Why'd he even put that scene in there? Why not just skip to the next scene where he's all like, "Why? I'm gonna kill you."
Like, if she doesn't show up again, that means there's not going to be like, you knocked out May.
Right.
Yeah, it's just May wakes up and she's probably just like, no, I guess I'm going back to my room.
I mean, maybe in the next issue they do mention her, like, you knocked out May, so you've got to leave. I don't know.
Usually, if that's the case, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, you would think she would be there when they do that, but who knows?
Right.
We don't even know that that's going to happen.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Surely when he attacks the lion guy, that's enough to get him kicked out. He doesn't. They don't even need to bring into the fact that he punched that girl in the face.
Yeah, maybe that girl, like, she just gets punched all the time. They have a hard time accepting that it's Jabba the Hutt.
Well, yeah, because he's a normal human. It's been 100 years or whatever, 150 years probably at this point, because he was in the Clone Wars. So, I mean, yeah, if you told me that Abraham Lincoln, the bad guy was Abraham Lincoln, I'd be like, dude, Abraham Lincoln's been dead for a long time, dude. It can't be him.
I understand that, but like, Abraham Lincoln's like well known. Ostrander Head is not. So, like, for Cade to like throw this name out there, they should be kind of like, that's a name I haven't heard for a long time.
Well, okay, I'll give you that. But I mean, they did, because what's her name? Krunk and Taza or whatever, Traza, whatever her name is, they both say they were in the Clone Wars. So
yeah, which like they bet if they are cool, but this is their first appearances.
Oh yeah, I get that. But I mean, there were definitely hundreds of Jedi in the Clone Wars. I don't
know. I just the fact that John Ostrander wrote Clone Wars era comics. Like, I kind of want him to build off of like stuff that he's already created, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
I would just like that. It's
sure.
What I'm saying.
I mean, he does that plenty enough already.
Is there any way in hell Cade is not going to become an Imperial Jedi?
I don't think he will. He's pretty good at, like, I don't want to be in any of your dumb groups. So, I mean, I bet there'll be a point where he's training with them or something, just the same way he trained with the Sith. Because, as much as we're complaining about how many characters there are, and who knows if anybody's, we're only halfway through. We're literally at 25 out of 50.
Yeah.
So there's still as much as we've just talked about to go.
Including the war storyline. Or invasion or whatever.
Vector.
Yeah, that's it.
But I think there's only one issue in that or whatever. But so, yeah, I wouldn't bother my mind if he did at some point train with Marseille or something. But I bet at the end if he doesn't become just a regular Jedi, he probably doesn't become anything.
Yeah. Which I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're talking about this picture that Sin has of his dad. It's just so bizarre, right? To have a piece of paper with your dad's picture on it.
In Star Wars, yeah.
Mm-hmm. On top of all of that, you're gonna shoot a Jedi, Sin? Really? I guess if they're that easy to punch.
Yeah, totally. He could get a drop on old Lino. Not Aslan.
Old Talking Tawny over there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right.
Talkie Tawny.
Talkie Tawny. Sorry. Not Talking Tawny. That's all I got for this one. You got anything else?
Yeah, we're at Boom, so that's the last bit of it.
Yeah. I just want this comic to stop introducing characters.
Yeah, I kind of wish we would slow down just a little bit.
Yeah. It almost seems like it's a lot packed into a single issue. And then you turn the page and you look at like the cover to 26 and you're like, I don't know any of those guys.
Right. Well, I read this issue and Star Wars 9 today just because whatever, our schedules are off. So I reread them both. This one took me, 15, 20 minutes to read, and Star Wars 9 took me like 3 minutes.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
because this is so dense.
It's very, very dense. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this comic, and yeah, I do kind of wish that there's so many characters here that I feel like they don't really have character.
Right.
Yeah, they're interesting and they have backstory and they have like a good look, and they have motivation, but all those things aren't exactly character.
Right.
Slowing down would be really helpful.
As much as we poked fun in the last issue where they were hanging out by the pool, it was like I wouldn't mind an issue or two where they're just hanging out by the pool talking, like Bendis style.
Like do some exposition. Yeah,
or just character stuff, not necessarily exposition,
but when you throw stuff like, oh, one of these lion Jedi somehow killed that guy's dad, it's like I'm automatically like, well, number one, it was an accident. Or
sure, he's a Jedi, so yeah.
Or number two.
Or the other guy, he was a bad guy.
He's a bad guy, yeah, exactly.
Yes, there's going to be some sort of misunderstanding.
Right.
On Sin's part, at least, yeah.
And it results in Sin probably dying.
I bet not.
Yeah, who knows? Oh, Sin's down. Sin, I am...
You think Sin's going to die?
Oh, yeah. Sin does not live through Star Wars Legacy.
But I bet he doesn't die because he's gonna attack this lion guy. He'll die to save Cade or something. Sure,
or save the lion guy.
Yeah.
He'll die a hero. Don't worry about that. But yeah, it's gonna be stupid.
I don't know if it's gonna be stupid, but it might be kind of cliche.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Star Wars is not exactly, they don't exactly get away from cliches.
No, they kind of embrace them. All right, that's going to be it for this episode. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at Star Wars number 9, as you mentioned, from Jason Aaron's tenure on the book. From Star Wars Comics Daily, I'm Matt Wood.
And I'm Brian Keown.
And until tomorrow, may the Force be with you.